Hi everyone, it's Wangechi here and this is Adventure Series with Wangechi. Welcome to another episode, and today I've decided to do a review of this scooter that I've been using for a little while, and I want to tell you everything that I've learned about this scooter and if I would actually recommend it. And today I really want to do like an honest review of how I've been feeling with this scooter, what I think, and everything that you need to know. And without further ado, let me just actually go ahead and just tell you a little bit about where I got it, how much it costs. And so I actually got this scooter here in Nairobi from a company called Far Ocean Traders, and I purchased these I think 3 months ago, and I bought it for 64,000. Actually it was 65,000 and they gave me a discount. Also they gave me this helmet. So they gave me this helmet. It came with this helmet, and I'll talk about this helmet as well as we go along with the video. And I don't know how I feel. Let me just continue doing the review, and then we'll talk about what I think, if I would recommend it or not. So first of all, let's actually start with the charger. This is the charger. This is what it comes with. So here is the charger, which I think if you've watched me ride this scooter around, you see this white box, which I always put it here so that I'm able to, if it's not completely charging, I've gone for a long distance, which I have, but I haven't really needed it that much. It's just important to have these at all times. So this is the charger which you plug. This is the plug that you plug on in the whatever charging place you want to, the socket in your house or anywhere you want to use, that you can use to charge, and then you just plug it here. So this is the place where you plug it. This is how it goes. So you plug this here and it will show you right here. This is where you'll see the scooter is already on. This is where you'll see if it's charging or not. It just brings the battery, and this battery part, it doesn't go away even after you charge, but then the green part will come on, so you'll know that it's completely charged. And it does make a little bit of noise when it's charging, very, very subtle noise though, so you'll know that it's charging. And so I carry this all the time so that I am able to charge. Moving on to what something else that it came with. It came with this helmet, right? Oh my goodness, I do not really like this helmet. Why? It looks good on with the scooter, but what's been happening is every time that I wear this helmet, the visor, it comes down. It comes down, not down, it's supposed to come down, but I mean like it comes too much onto my eyes that it blurs my eyes to see. So I am not able to see very well. Like on my last ride that I went through Runda, what happened is I had to actually remove it because it was becoming, I felt like very uncomfortable because I couldn't see with this eye because it came so close. And it's not because of my hair. It literally just came, it was just too much. And so I'm opting to actually get another visor because I actually do love this helmet because it came with the scooter, so it matches the vibe of the scooter. Because what had happened is when I got the scooter, I wasn't too trusting of this helmet, so I bought another big helmet. But now what happens with that is that the helmet is so big that it doesn't match with the scooter, right? And then it doesn't fit very well on my head, so I opted to go with this. And then the last time that I went riding, it wasn't good at all. I actually felt very unsafe because I couldn't have my helmet on, and I couldn't be able to see even when I was using my helmet. So it was very unsafe for me, which is very worrisome, because when you're on the road, if you're using anything that moves a little bit faster, like 50 kilometers per hour, you need to have a helmet and something to protect yourself. So I'm not really a big fan of the helmet, just because of the visor, not because of the other part, but because of the visor. And I think I can be able to remove this. The idea is for me to be able to remove this and get a wearable visor, but have these to protect myself, because I really like the other part of it. So this came with the scooter. I didn't pay for it. It was free. It was I think they charged it with the scooter. Another thing that the scooter comes with, of course, is the keys, right? So what happens is they give you a set of keys. So they have another set of these, which is spare, which I keep at home, right, just in case it's I lose it, right? So this one is the one that goes here, right, to put it on and off, and you cannot put it off at all because you really need it. So, and you can't remove it when you're riding. So this, which is another part of it, which I am like, I don't know. So we'll talk about it later, but this is what also it came with. And this is to lock. So what happens with this is you can be able to lock when you've parked. If you've gone, for example, to the mall or somewhere, you can be able to lock with this, which actually, let me show you what happens is, this other one, this is the one you used to ride with, right? Yes. And then this one is I'm not sure you're going to be able to see, but it comes here. There's a part here that you lock it in here. You put it in here, you put the key there, and it locks the bike. And then with this, you just put it on and off, right? That's what it's meant for. So you can be able to lock and have your scooter safe at all times. Another thing that it came with a warranty. So I do have the warranty that I was given for the scooter, for which it's a warranty for 1 year. Another thing that I actually want to talk about that I'm not really happy about is the oh my gosh. So another thing that I want to talk about is the batteries. So you have batteries here. There were 3 batteries. Now what's been happening with the batteries, which I found very odd, is that one of my batteries has been deteriorating. Whenever I charge it to the max, it says here, it shows a red, a red. When it shows red here, it says that you should know that the battery is not completely charged, but it's because one of the batteries is deteriorating. And what was concerning is the day that red sign started showing, I had only not used it for like 2 weeks. I had gone for 2 weeks without using it because I do take my breaks generally. So it went down because I haven't had a link for 2 weeks, and so that's very concerning. I don't think the battery should deteriorate at that rate. So that's what I'm a little bit worried about. But anyway, it comes with 3 batteries. That's why you're able to charge it. And these ones as well, they are removable ones, so you can be able to remove these anytime you want, especially when you're packing it, or when you're if you're transferring it with a car, which I do that sometimes. Well, a lot of the times is I do transfer it with the car, and then get it out and go where I want to go sometimes. So also it came with these pedals, right? And you can tell that this one I broke it actually last weekend, when I was removing it, transferring it. So it comes with that. These pedals, they are not useful at all. You don't need them for anything. Then it comes with this, you can be able to pack it the way I've put it, and also you can be able to use the back one, right? It also has this space where you can be able to carry another person if you really want to. I haven't been able to do that yet because no one is trusting me to carry them. They need to see me ride it for a while. So these ones here are for when you are carrying someone. They can be able to sit here, right, and put their legs here and rest their legs. So that's what that is for. and it does have where the gears, so I do use these. I actually need these a lot of the times. I use these gears all the time, and it does come with these where you can be able to let's put it on. I hope it doesn't make noise. Yeah, you can be able to, you see, I don't know if it came or not, but yes, that, you see that you can be able to indicate. So it does have indicators, and it has like this noisy horn, right? I'm not even going to use it because it's a little bit noisy. And those are lights when you want to use them in the evening. So pretty much that's it. And the wheels, you can see the way they are, and it's just a little scooter that you can just use whenever you want to go. Now, to be honest with you, I do like this scooter, right? I like it for myself, but for someone who wants to be using it to commute to work, right? I don't know if, because this scooter, the max for this scooter, it goes up to 50 kilometers per hour. Is that speed enough for you if you're going to work? I don't know. That you'd have to be the one to make that decision. I would recommend it for like people who are going to school, like for example students in university and things like that. It would be really good, like a commuter ride to school, so you are not you don't have to use transport and things like that. But I don't know if I would recommend this for someone who has a busy schedule and you want to be relying on it. Because what another problem that I've been having is whenever I'm on the hills, honestly, it's so slow that it's so annoying. But when I bought it, I knew these things. Like luckily the people at the place that I had bought these from, they had told me about it, and so I was aware that it was going to be slow and it was going to take time before I get where I'm going. Now I didn't know how slow that was going to be. Now I have learned that it's very, very slow, and the fact that one of my batteries is actually showing the red sign, that it's actually going down, that's very, very concerning for me. And I haven't even used it that much for this to be doing this, so I don't like it. And if you're wondering what this is what I use to record. This is a motorbike thingy that I use to I put my Insta here, and that's how I record all the videos that you see. And then the other thing is, the reason why it's a little bit of a con for me is the battery issue, because that battery should not be deteriorating that fast. So that means that I'd have to go back and have it. I decided not to go as soon as I started seeing it, because I still have a warranty for 1 year. But I think it's something that I need to take back. But they had already informed me that if I don't use it as often, that the batteries are going to deteriorate. So I don't know if that's the reason, because I tend to, like, maybe the last time I actually stayed for a whole month before going out to ride. So maybe I'm part of the reason why it is deteriorating. But that's been a major concern for me, that it's deteriorating, because I want to do more rides and spend more kilometers. Another thing that I've been having an issue with is I haven't been able to find a way to stabilize these, because sometimes I go this, so I need to find a way to stabilize this. Another thing is I guess maybe people who ride motorcycles, they are so used to it, but for me, I find this very tiring, because I was thinking, like, if this part was here, then that would mean that I would have a place to put my back, and so it would make it easier for me to go around. But I think that's something you can look over, but for me, that's something I would want. And what I would recommend is, because when I was buying these, there were other options, which the other option, which was I think 98,000, the speed is way much better, the specs are way much better, and everything is much better than this. So for me, I would recommend for you to go for a bigger one than this, like the specs bigger, everything bigger, because this, for someone who is using this to commute, this is not the way to go. So I wouldn't recommend for you to choose this. But if you're not in a rush and you're using it for like leisure stuff, like for me, I use it basically to create content, go to place bigger one than this, which is a little bit more faster. You can go to places easier when you're on hills. It can be able to ride very fast, so that would be my recommendation. Also, the other thing which is a con for me, these are very not stable. You know, I think if you watched my other videos when I'm riding, I've had to make stops where I've had to adjust this, right? Because sometimes you know, the roads here, it can be very tricky. So when I'm riding on roads and bumps, these tend to come off, right? So I have to like carry my pliers, which I carry a lot of the times, to be able to tighten these, you know. So I think this is also something that I'm not really I'm not really happy about, that I have to keep adjusting this, because you know, this is safety for you. You know, you won't see a car coming from behind, so you need this you need it. If you're a driver, you know what I mean, you need this, right? So I am not happy that I can't be able to use this very well. You know, I have to keep stopping, which is something that you don't want to keep doing. I like it. So I like it for myself. I think I like it because, first of all, it was cheap, because it was 4,000, right? It was cheap, and I'm able to go to places with it. I'm able to go around with it. I don't, you know, it's something that helps you not to walk or spend any money apart from when you're charging it. So I like it for myself, but I do have like the cons, which is the speed is not the best going through hills. When you're going on a hill, it struggles to go on a hill. You have to, honestly, it's so slow, more than a tortoise. Even someone on a bicycle would definitely pass me. So I do not like that part about it. And the other little things about the battery life, I'm not liking that. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention how much time I usually charge it for. I usually charge it for I actually do leave it for like 5 hours or more, depending, but I just leave it overnight, and it will be okay. But sometimes I'll check on it. If it's completely charged, I just switch it off. But you can leave it overnight, so that's not a problem. The other thing, the horn is quite annoying, but you actually, at least there's a horn. They have indicators. These are like some of the cons of this little scooter. Is it has an indicator, it has a horn, it does have lights if you need them at night, easy to charge, easy to just take around. Like it's very, it gives you really like the ease to go around. But yes, you have to consider the fact that when you're going on when you're going on a hill, that is going to be very, very slow. And the battery life, I don't know what's happening with that. And so these are things that you'd have to consider. So overall, I think it's a good scooter, but I wouldn't recommend it for people who want to use it to commute to work, right? But if you're okay with a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, then go for it. But also do have this in mind, that it might struggle on hills. So for students, definitely I would recommend this, because you charge it, you don't have to spend money to commute to school, and save the money, save the cash if you need to. Or even someone who is just starting up, this is something that you can just save up for, get it, so it's easier for you. And even those people who are commuting to go to work, I think if you just wake up early, you can actually use it, because the speed is 50. You can go quite very fast, especially in the traffic in Nairobi every morning. Yeah, you can use it. But honestly, I just wanted to give you an honest review of what I feel, what I think, how much I bought it for, and so far, after using it a couple of times and a few months of having it, what I generally think. And yes, I would recommend yes and no. You know, like that's my recommendation. My recommendation is yes and no. If you would be able to save up for a little bit the higher specs, you know, that's what I would recommend. I get a bigger one than these. And I mean, bigger one is like, I think the size is the same. It's just that the battery is good and the speed are good. That's what I mean, really. So which is like around 98,000. So that's what I would recommend. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I really hope that you enjoy, that you've learned something from this scooter and this episode. And I hope this gives you you a little bit of an idea if you are really considering getting something like this. And for those who have been subscribing and joining my little family, thank you so much. Please do share, like, subscribe, comment, please. I really have been enjoying talking to those people who've been really wanting to know more about the scooter, more about the things that I've been doing. Thank you very much. I am also on Instagram _Wangechi7 adventure. You can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on TikTok, you can also follow my Facebook page. Please do that, and I'm definitely looking forward to continue bringing you more episodes. And moving forward, I had someone actually commented that I should speak more, and actually I've been thinking more about it. It's just that sometimes I feel shy, or sometimes I don't know if I am saying the right thing, just little things here and there. But I'll be doing more of that, talking to you guys. And thank you so much for all your recommendation, for joining my family. Thank you very, very much. I'll see you in the next adventure. Cheers.